It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Wednesday morning. That is AC/DC. That is a good rock and roll band. If you call them heavy metal, I will never talk to you again. Very glad to be here alongside Paul Fletcher.
Greetings.
Ryder.
How was the jump this morning, Fletcher?
I did it out in the parking lot, and because I forgot to do it at home, and it did help actually.
You did the 50 jumps?
I did the 50 jumps out in the parking lot where it was cold because I thought that would double the efforts.
And how's the lymph node system feeling?
I do feel a little more. I'm being serious. I do feel a little more alert. I still want to go back to sleep.
And you're wearing a Jumpman hoodie.
How about that? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So I think I'll do it again tomorrow morning in the parking lot when I get out of my car.
Man,
all right.
there's a very, very minuscule chance I'll join you.
All right.
Yeah, fair enough. Great. It's good to have a plan. My plan right now is to try to get my thumb on the pulse of what's happening. I'm feeling Minnesota. Very, 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 very cold Wednesday morning. Paul Fletcher, give me some headlines.
Yeah, it feels even colder after 40 whatever yesterday, huh? Joe Thompson, who was acting U.S. attorney as well as 5 other veteran prosecutors, resigned from the Department of Justice Civil Rights Division as a response to the ICE shooting of Renee Good. This after learning there would be no federal civil rights investigation into the shooting. They had reportedly offered to drop all other casework to take on the Minneapolis case, but were told the department would not pursue a criminal civil rights probe. Initially, Justice Department officials considered treating the case as an excessive force investigation, but have reversed course. The case is now being handled as an assault on a federal officer, with Agent Jonathan Ross viewed as the victim.
Aww.
Okay, these prosecutors that are leaving are like knee deep in investigating all of this fraud.
Right.
So we're talking about people who know a lot about potentially billions of dollars.
Right.
And now they're just gone. And there
Sure.
are several other big cases that these people really were deep into too. So.
Well, history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And boy, is it rhyming in German right now.
It's the 30th anniversary of the kidnapping of a 9-year-old Texas girl that led to the development of the nationwide Amber Alert system. Amber Hagerman was abducted while riding bikes with her brother in 1996. Knowing that when a child is abducted, a quick response is a critical factor in finding them, Dallas-Fort Worth area broadcasters teamed with local police to set up alerts that would be broadcast by way of the emergency alert system. And then President George W. Bush signed the Amber Alert into law nationally in 2003.
Okay, I'm dumb. I never knew that Amber was the name of a child who'd been abducted.
Oh.
Yeah, I
didn't know that either.
I thought it was like it just sound
Some
red
kind of
red
acronym.
throw
Yeah.
orange level, red level, Amber Alert. I just thought it was sometimes I just go, how have I made it this far? Quick side note, on the road 2009 or 10 on a tour bus, 4 a.m. Everybody had just got a new software update on an iPhone, everybody on the entire bus, and nobody knew that there were alerts that you had to disable if you didn't want them to go off.
Oh,
and at the same moment, everybody's phone got an Amber Alert at, again, 4 or 5 a.m. Everyone's sound asleep.
Freaky.
And everyone's phone goes, because it was a new thing. And you've never seen people flying out of bunks while asleep, panicking, thinking the world was ending quite like that.
I
It's
bet.
just one of those moments where everybody was, I was, you're sound asleep, and then all of a sudden you're in an air raid signals going off, and I'm like, wait, I'm jumping out of a plane over the English Channel? What's happening? Yeah.
Well, it's been going on for years now. Obviously, 30th anniversary. It still is jarring when your phone goes off. The 5-year cancer survival rate in the U.S. has reached 70% for the first time, according to an American Cancer Society report released yesterday. The figure, based on diagnoses from 2015 to 2021, is up from 49% in the mid-70s and 63% in the mid-90s.
That's wonderful.
Kicking cancer's ass.
Yeah,
we should be at 100%.
I don't imagine anybody hasn't lost someone to cancer. If you don't know someone, then you are a true unicorn.
Yeah.
I just can't let that go and not say I can't believe we're cutting funding for cancer research. It's a sin.
Rock and Brews, founded by KISS members Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, is set to open its first location in Michigan this spring. A 3-story space will house the restaurant and bar, a concert space, and a rooftop lounge with a DJ. Paul and Jean expressed their excitement about bringing rock and brews to Detroit Rock City and creating a destination that can be proud, that they can be proud to share with the community.
Right on. Detroit Rock City, baby.
Yeah, if it's not rock and brews, lick it up. They missed out.
They certainly did. Hey, real quick note here. I'm going to be in Los Angeles first week of February playing a gig I've done several times. It's an AC/DC, like it's a tribute to Bon Scott.
That's Dean Del Rey, right?
Dean Del Rey and Bill Burr and Scott Ian from Anthrax, a bunch of different guys from bands.
Scott Ian.
So many different people. Mike Inez, bassist now with Alice in Chains, was with Ozzy. And, Josh Homme's going to sit in and do a few. I mean, a lot of people jump up. I just found out Gene Simmons is sitting in this year.
What?
And not only is he going to play a couple AC/DC tunes, we're going to play Deuce. I'm going to play a Kiss song with Gene Simmons.
There you go.
My 12-year-old self is really happy right now.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Not nearly as wild as this, though. Officials in St. Louis have an update on the mysterious group of vervet monkeys on the loose in the city, and it's not to report that they've been captured. In fact, it just got wilder.
Here's some neighbors reacting to the news that there are monkeys running around.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a viral joke that was going on. But when I just passed by, you guys asked me about a monkey and a goat. And I'm sitting here like, wow, who opened the Jumanji book? What's going on right now?
It's shocking and alarming. And actually, it's a threat to the neighborhood. And actually, I hope they catch whose animals they were. But they were cute, but still, you can't trust them.
That guy the first guy sort of stole my touchdown call. Residents started reporting sightings of these rare monkeys last Thursday, and now it appears a small black and white goat has joined the gang.
Hell yeah.
Animal control officers are wondering just how many animals are on the loose. And here's the crazy part. They have no idea where these animals came from, as no one has claimed ownership of them. The health department says the search for the goat and monkeys has been complicated by, of course people are doing this, they're generating AI photos of where the animals are located. No, and Department of Health has actually said, we don't think there's no malicious intent. They're just having fun with it.
Sure.
But it's making it difficult because they got to follow all leads, and a lot of these leads are AI. They have no idea. I mean, there's monkeys everywhere in St. Louis.
Hey, man, can I join your gang? Can you climb trees? No, but I can headbutt stuff. All right, cool.
Yes.
I can help you climb the trees.
One goat and 4 monkeys, man. That is good stuff. Vervet. When I first saw that story, I thought it said velvet, and I was like, ooh, velvet monkeys. What a cool... vervet. I was hoping it was velvet monkeys. If you don't mind, I'd like to refer to them as velvet monkeys from now on.
Go for it.
Go for it. I'll call them. We'll make sure we call them velvet monkeys going forward.
Right on.
Liam and Noel Gallagher are getting the Funko Pop treatment. Forget a massive 2025 tour. Mm-hmm. You haven't really arrived until this. The Oasis, Liam and Noel Gallagher vinyl figure set is part of the Funko Pop Rocks collection. The 2-figure set sells for $29.99.
Fair enough.
Got to get one on your shelf, I think, or else you're not really a fan.
Yeah, no kidding. Mank on the shelf, Mank on the crank, something.
Wow, what?
Mank on the M-brain? Never mind.
There's a new viral hack that supposedly tells you which orange is the sweetest. Here is someone on TikTok explaining.
Here's how to pick the perfect navel orange. You might be thinking it's all about the color. Nay, I think that is the third most important orange aspect to look at. The first, the booty. The second, the weight. The third, the color. When you look at the undercarriage, it has a prolapsed booty. So this would automatically get dinged in my book. This orange has no business to do. It's completely locked down tight. It's very heavy. It has a tiny booty. That means it's going to be sweet and it's going to be juicy.
I don't pick out a lot of citrus fruit. I didn't know that there was a booty or a prolapsed undercarriage or whatever.
I think we've all been judging people's undercarriages for years. Might as well just slide it over to the fruit and veg.
Yeah, it's the innuendo is top shelf.
Innuendo itself is one of my favorite euphemisms, but that's a story for another day.
Fair enough.
I spent one summer in the produce section of a grocery store, and little old ladies, like it was a 1950s TV show, would come up and go, "Could you pick a ripe cantaloupe for me?" And I'd go, "Sure." And I'd pick one up, and I'd just like thump it 3 times. Do, do, do. Here you go, and hand it up. Thank you. And no one ever complained, so I must have had the touch.
All right, good
you
work.
You definitely have the
Never
touch.
occurred to me to ask my boss, "Hey, how do I pick a ripe cantaloupe?" I just pretended I knew everything.
Sure.
Anyhow,
That's the way
let's
to
talk
handle
about
it, really.
let's talk about sports where we all pretend we know way more than we do. Like last night, the Timberwolves went to Milwaukee without Anthony Edwards, without Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
One resting a foot, one with too many flagrant fouls to play. And then I'm looking at Giannis, the Greek freak over there, going, oh, he doesn't have to worry about Rudy Gobert keeping him from the rack. He doesn't have to worry about defending Ant on drives to the hole. This could be a heck of a game. So, of course, knowing nothing about basketball, no, we blew them out by over 30 points without our leading scorer and without our best defensive player.
It makes all the sense in the world.
Julius Randle had himself a fine ball game, leading the way. 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. My favorite part of this game is Bones Highland had 23 points. That's his season high. He's got a really solid case right now. He's the backup point guard, and anybody. I can't help but cheer for a guy who sounds like an Atlantic City mob boss. Bones Highland.
Yeah.
Bones Highland's in town.
Yeah.
Chop, chop.
Yeah. Watch your kneecaps.
Wolves right now in 4th place in the West, 27-14. Jordan Addison arrested Monday in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
God, Lord.
Getting to be a bit of a bad habit here, bud. 1st-degree misdemeanor trespassing. He was arrested by the Seminole Indian Police at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, trespassing in an occupied structure or conveyance. I can't wait to hear what that means.
Yeah.
But I mean, what it means is dude still really needs to grow up and grow up quickly.
I thought his agent or somebody representing him said that they were going to fight. They were going to contest this whole thing.
I'm
So
sure
we'll
they did.
see.
Yeah.
Unreal,
Minnesota
though.
Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell says they are aggressively pursuing a new contract for Brian Flores, who did interview with the Baltimore Ravens for their head coaching position. But O'Connell is hoping that they're able to retain him. Last place in Division Winnipeg Jets are in town tomorrow night. And if you're looking at college football and thinking, I'd like to get to that natty down in Miami, Indiana versus Miami, bring your wallet. This is the most expensive title game ever. Tickets, the cheapest tickets right now at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami are going for about $3,600.
Oh.
The cheap seats.
Who's your sugar daddy?
Couple of things to note here, in case you're wondering why is the Big Ten suddenly the best college football conference by far in America. The NIL, where they can pay players, it helps when you have 6 of the top 10 largest living alumni bases in one conference.
Yeah, sure
And
does.
number 1, the most living alumni is Indiana University.
No way.
805,000 alumni from that
Wow.
university are still alive, including my son, Connell Gorman, who's like, oh, yeah, who's your daddy? I'm like, okay, enough already.
Yeah. How much has he
never
contributed
gets
to the
old.
NIL?
A lot of fist bumps.
That's good.
A lot of
That's
fist
good.
bumps
That's
right
good.
there.
That goes a long way.
I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say it right now. Happy birthday, Tubby.
Tubby!
there.
Good friend of the show. My
Yeah.
neighbor, I see Tubby a couple times a month.
Sure.
Walking the fine streets of downtown Minneapolis, and he's a good man.
Hi, Tubby.
Good to have you with us. Brom! Brom!
Who knew? Homemade pie capital of Minnesota. And that's not just like something that our governor Perpich in 1990 gave them that title. It's legit.
What is it?
Homemade pie capital of Minnesota. So if you're looking for pie, go to Brom.
Man, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now I know what they're doing while they're listening to the morning show,
I
whipping up a
guess.
fresh pie.
Yeah.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gen Z, they got their own language, man. Lot of words, a lot of expressions, a lot of turns of phrase. Or I thank my lucky stars on a regular basis that my hearing sucks because I just nod and smile.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like every other old person has done to me my whole life. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I mean, every generation has their own language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every now and again, though, a word crosses my sphere, and I go, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah?
We're all familiar with the German term doppelganger.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, it's the doppelganger.
Yes.
Looks just like him.
Yeah.
Doppelganger. When you see someone that looks just like someone else, you say, oh, that's your doppelganger. Well, what if you know somebody who reminds you of someone else, but not quite? As in, you grow up with a buddy and you're like, one day you turn him and finally go, I never realized you look kind of like Harrison Ford, but not quite as handsome.
Sure.
Oh, I never knew. You look like
Jeez.
a bargain bin Julia Roberts. You know, there's like kind of something reminds you of them, but they don't make the grade.
Right.
Yeah.
The term for that person, choppelganger. They're a choppelganger. I like that. Chop is
Kinda like you're
chopped
chopping
is
down.
something unattractive, undesirable. Oh, it's chopped. And so now
right.
choppelganger is the word.
So you like this one? You're going to go with it?
Well,
huh?
I just think it's the beginning of a whole new set of things. You know, if for instance, if you see somebody that looks kind of like LeBron James, he's a floppelganger.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I like that
Any
one.
sort of aging, still got pink hair, former rock club denizen, you know, kind of got a Cyndi Lauper vibe. She's a she-boppelganger. See what I'm saying? We can turn this into a whole thing, and then
Excellent.
you just
see
throw
what
them
you're
out
doing.
there.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
What kind of looks like soybeans, but I don't think it is. That's a crappleganger. See what I'm saying? You can take this in a lot of directions.
Hell yeah.
Just a thought.
Oh my God.
I mean, what the old guy sits on the porch and tells old stories that all have a nice moral. A soppleganger. See? Come on, we can get into this.
That was a deep cut.
Come on, a real deep cut.
I'm absolutely speechless right now.
I put eardrops in my eyes one time. It was an eye doppelganger. See, and I was like, oh man, I thought that was the Visine, but it wasn't. It was the
wasn't.
Murex.
What
Sorry,
did
I
you
can
have
go
this
deep
morning
all
for
day. I don't
breakfast?
know.
My
It
God.
just hit me. No, but I want to talk because there's more Gen Z lingo, and we do need a translation. I hear words and expressions and sayings all the time that just mean absolutely nothing to me. And for the most part, I can kind of get a sense of it. You just look at the context of the conversation and go, huh. As we all did. You know, there's a million times when someone says a word you've never heard and you just kind of put it together. But this happens more and more often. As Ryder, you said, every generation has their own language.
Yes.
Their own lingo, their own, turns of phrase, if you will. There is a content creator online, somebody who goes by the name Blue Franklin, and he put up a video to translate Gen Z slang, modern hip language that the Gen Zs use for older generations. And he's giving us, he'll give you the word, and then he'll give you the millennial version, and then the Gen X version.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We're gonna go through a few of these. And by the way,
Doing the Lord's work here.
during the Lord's work with words, I have no clue what any of these words mean. I didn't realize these were slang words. But the first one, the word Ohio, which to me is just that big state that's got way more people than you think it does.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Round on both ends, high in the middle.
There
right?
you go. That's
it,
right.
Isn't it?
That's right. Ohio
No?
is a Gen Z slang term.
Yeah.
Do either one of you have any idea what this means? Like if someone uses Ohio in a sentence?
Man, I don't. It's got to mean like in the thick of it, in the middle of it, because Ohio's smack dab in the middle of the country. Does
That checks
it not?
out. Any thoughts? Does that make sense to you?
You know, I've heard this word used way more than I ever care to.
Okay.
I
All
have
right, what you got, man?
Still have no clue what it means. I don't know.
Really?
Something to do with meth. I don't know.
There is that. What do we got, Ryder?
Boy.
Ohio is weird, bogus.
Ohio is weird for the millennials, bogus for the Gen Xers.
Oh, that's Ohio.
Ohio, really? I mean, I would say that. Well, I grew up a Michigan fan, so Ohio is all of those things always. But
for
that's
sure.
that's only on
That's
Saturdays.
interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard my daughters use it that way. It's like, because you see somebody like, dude, that skateboarding move just now, that was Ohio. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
You know, my cousins lived in Cincinnati when we were growing up, so I have been to Ohio, and there was one time we drove into a convenience store. Like you're driving into a car wash, and they just bring you all this stuff.
Yeah.
That was very Ohio to me.
That's Ohio and Indiana, the
like,
drive-through
what the hell
convenience
is
stores.
happening
Oh
here?
yeah, it's a wild one.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, Ohio. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time in Ohio. Growing up in Kentucky, it's right there. Like Cincinnati is basically, the airport for Cincinnati is called the Northern Kentucky International Airport.
Because you're in freaking Kentucky.
I know, but I'm just saying. So I look at Cincinnati as Northern Kentucky. Like that's not really Ohio. They have Southern accents there.
They do.
A lot of people do.
It was weird.
But really good local breweries. You know the Germans. They know what they're doing there.
Ooh,
All right.
I like Ray on the text line. Only handle it once. I feel like he works in logistics. Ohio. Only handle it once.
Only handle it once. Oh, I like that.
In the corporate world.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Fair enough. Another like a branch of the tree, if you will.
Sure.
I dig that one. All right, let's. Here's another one. Now, I have seen this word. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody use this word in a sentence because, of course, I don't hang around young people. But I've seen this. I've seen this printed or used a reading. I don't even know how you. Is it
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
Yeah.
Skibbity, which to me
That's so
sounds like
skibbity.
I immediately think it's like yet another offshoot of the Scooby-Doo. There's Scrappy-Doo, and then there's Skibbity-Doo. But I guess not.
I'm pretty sure it's no good. Something's bad. It's off.
And
is that Skibbity toilet?
Yes, and that, of course, is the meaning.
Yeah.
Random or off the wall? Okay, off the wall to Gen X. So off the wall.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the video,
Skip.
it's a toilet and then a dude's head coming out of it and a bunch of weirdness. So I feel like this one checks out.
That is off the wall.
It is off the wall. That's not the way. It's evolved though now. Like Skibbity has very much got a negative connotation when my 13-year-old uses it.
Well, I'm just immediately rewriting Michael Jackson's greatest album to Skibbity. I'm sorry, I prefer Off the Wall to Thriller, always. Living Skibbity, Skibbity, Skibbity. That's just me. That's where I go with it. I mean, say what you want. That's exactly it.
Oh, boy.
Gorman in the morning. We're talking about Gen Z slang, words that we may come across every now and again that mean absolutely nothing to us. There is a video where someone's translating he'll give you the Gen Z word, then he'll give you the millennial word. That says the same. Like, hey, if you're a millennial, this is how you said this. And then if you're a Gen Xer, which that would be all of us, I guess, then this is the word that you understand. Are you Gen X or millennial, Ryder?
I'm technically millennial, but I'm in that like weird crossover zone between Gen X and millennial. Sometimes it's a zennial, they call it. I'm a Gen Xer, born in '65, but I'm the youngest of a total boomer family. Like, I have siblings in their mid 70s now.
Right.
So it took me a while before I recognized. Wait a minute, what if I'm from a different generation than these people that share my name and DNA?
Yeah.
But that's what that is. So all right, next on the list, where are we? Let's go with the word Rizz. R-I-Z-Z. What do we got here, Ryder?
That means like classy, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, you're very, you got it going. You got swag.
Let's hear it.
Rizz is swag is game.
All right.
Game. Okay.
Yeah,
See, it's funny. Every one of the Gen X ones, I'm like, oh, okay, got it. Thanks. Because I clearly missed out on the millennial crap too.
How many degrees does this guy have to be able to translate all of this?
If at least he's got a Google app with this. Okay, Rizzler, not Rizz, but Rizzler is another one.
Well, it's got to be somebody with swag.
I would imagine so. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's hear it.
Rizzler is player is Mac Daddy.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more here. Let's go to no cap. 2 words. No, N-O-C-A-P. No cap. What's no cap?
That means that has to do with lying. No cap. That means I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Do you know the origins on that crap?
No, that I don't. That I don't know. But I'm pretty positive. I feel good about this one. This is like stop lying.
Whereas
no cap is no lie for real.
No cap for real.
Yo,
No
for reals.
Man, how many times does someone say for real in my life?
A billion?
Yeah, at least.
1.5 billion.
Do either of you have slang from your generation that you can't let go? Like something you still say? You've definitely stolen lit from millennials, Steve.
I love that one. I'm making fun of myself when I talk about how things are lit.
I would have to actually probably like self-analyze throughout the day because I think that if I'm still saying those slang words, it's just so natural to me that I don't even realize that I'm hanging on to it. You know what I mean?
Huh. Yeah.
Hit us up on the text line.
651-989-ROCK. What slang from your day can you not let go of? Let me get one more here. It's on the list. Gyat. G-Y-A-T.
Remember that orange we were talking about earlier? This is all about the booty right here, baby.
Okay.
That's what the Gyat is the booty.
Gyat is dump truck booty.
Oh, dump truck.
I miss dump truck
Booty.
too.
Dump truck, yeah. Wow. I'm not familiar with that one at all.
Fair enough.
That one still gets used when my daughters are talking about the Gyat.
I like the slang words that we don't drop, even though they're horribly out of fashion. That's a good one. Let us know on the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line 651-989-ROCK. But the conversation turned into what slang words from your time, your generation. I'll say, like, early teen years, middle school, high school, when you start picking up the cool lingo. Which leftovers do you still use? Like, people look at you and go, huh? But you can't shake them. 651-989-ROCK is the Luther Westside Volkswagen Talking Text line, Paul Fletcher.
Yeah, Big Lake Nate said fire. This is fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
that's still got some legs. I hear that.
Yeah, I was never a fire guy. Here's the problem with Big Lake Nate, though, is he also followed up by saying Fletcher and myself are the last of the greatest generation, Gen X. Fire is definitely not Gen X.
No?
Fire is...
Really?
What's after Gen X? Is that millennial?
Yes.
That's more of a millennial thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, my buddies and I never said fire. That was after us, for sure.
Okay.
I've got another one. I'm not sure if I can say it, though.
Because?
Well, I mean, can I? Tracy said.
Don't say what Tracy said.
Don't say what Tracy said?
That's what I thought. I don't know if I can say that.
Well, she didn't say boobs. She didn't say boobs. She said the
like
T word.
The T word of boobies.
Which is what? What does that mean? And if you're like,
it means it's awesome.
Cool, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah, because the T word of boobies is awesome.
Well, that's very true.
It means great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay. It's funny, when I read that text, it just hit me. Like, I used to say this is the T word all the time. And I never remembered that until just now.
We can't say
Tracy,
the T word?
thank you.
I think it's in the George. I think it's specifically in the George Carlin bit.
No.
I'm gonna
No,
say
it's
no.
not. Definitely
Really?
not.
No.
The 7 deadly words? No,
Man.
definitely not.
Deadly. They are not deadly.
The 7 words you can't say on TV and radio?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what they call them, the 7 deadly words.
Oh,
All
fair
right.
enough. All
We're
right.
not saying the T word.
All right. Well, the
I
Brit.
have them. You don't. I'm
There's
deciding.
there's a lot of great. The Brits put that word into a lot of great expressions.
They do. They put another word that I have and you don't into a lot of great
They
expressions.
sure do.
And we ain't saying that one
Yeah,
either.
you can get away with so much when you're British.
We can say teat.
We can say teat.
Sure.
Yeah, teat.
As in a cow's teat.
Yeah, cow's teat.
Yes, which isn't nearly as cool as the other
No,
thing.
it's not.
Morris, it's such a shame we can't say it. Slang words you still say. Right on. Because I'm a kid of the 70s and then the 80s, but I turned 10 in 1975 and started saying cool stuff like my older brothers. And to this day, I still say right on all the time.
What about
and in
far
fact,
out?
I even text it a lot. When I'm agreeing with someone, my text is, all right on.
Okay.
And every now and again, someone will go, really? Right on? I'm like, sorry, I can't shake it. It still works for me.
It didn't even occur to me that was generational slang.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's so common. Far out, though, does stick out to me.
You know what? Very true. Far out. If someone says far out, it is kind of like, you're thinking about that. You're not just shooting from the hip. You're giving it a little extra thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think right on has transcended any generation. It is a official permanent part of the
Okay,
lexicon.
well, I'm glad to hear that because I've gotten some sideways looks from the youngers. From the youngers.
The youngers?
Yeah, that's fine.
I have a real
younglings?
problem when people who aren't from California say rad. If you are a Californian, you go, oh, dude, that's rad. I'm like, okay, I get it. You can't get us. But when I see people adopt the word rad, and I've known people in my adult life who one day they just start saying rad, I'm like, oh, for the love of all things holy. Stop it.
I was pretty hard in my junior high years. I was pretty hardcore into skateboarding. I said rad all the time.
Did you?
No,
Okay.
because it was part of the deal.
But you're a kid.
Yeah,
I'm
fair
talking.
enough. You're talking about adults.
Yeah, there's every now and again a word just jumps around, and I'm like, really? You're saying that now?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. California gets rad. We get oofta.
I'll take oofta.
I'm down with oofta. In fact, thanks for the reminder. I've been meaning to start working that in.
The name and
651-989-ROCK, your Luther Westside Volkswagen Talk and Text line. What slang are you still hanging on to that maybe the youngers are giving you the sideways look for?
This one I feel weird when I say it, but I love this one from Rob in Cottage Grove. Cool beans.
Cool beans.
I do every now and then that comes out of me.
I've never said those words in my life in the same sentence.
Yeah. It's definitely Gen X, and it does make me roll my eyes when I hear people say it. Sorry, dude.
Every now and then it slips out, and it's not intentional, but also it kind of it fell into it stayed in my head. Run Westy Run. That's Craig Johnson, right? Who you play with? Yeah. They had a song called Cool Beans, which is probably my favorite Run Westy Run song. So.
Okay, all right, I get it then.
So it's kind of stuck with me because of that.
I got it.
Kim said, I called something grody in front of a Gen Alpha and then had to explain what grody meant. Grody to the max.
Grody to the max. Wow,
Isn't
I hadn't heard that in a while.
Self-explanatory? Grody can't mean anything else.
Yeah, but not if you're Gen Alpha. I mean, it's kind of like they say, skibbity, and we look at them with three eyes, and they expect us to just know what it is.
If somebody came in and said, "Can I get the vegetarian grody on rye?" You'd be like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It just has to mean what it means.
Yeah.
Somebody looks at me when I make if I say something and they give me that funny look, I look at them and go, "What are you, some kind of jive turkey?"
Oh God, that one's dated. That one's dated for sure.
A little bit. That was one from back in the day. Look at that jive turkey over there. In fact, and I remember. Oh my God, I remember somebody using that very seriously, and it was early days. Okay, I don't want to get too out in the weeds. It was I was as a kid in Kentucky. My mom and a couple of my siblings and I were in a local theater group.
Sure.
The
yes.
Penny Ryle Players.
Yes.
And we would put on big
Yeah.
big musicals, all the
Great
Rodgers and
name.
Hammerstein, Fiddler on the Roof, and The Sound of Music. And I was always usually just a guy in the cast. I don't think I ever had more than 1 or 2 lines in a play. But like my mom would be like the leads in these plays. You know, she was like a local celeb, man,
Oh, hell
rocking
yeah.
Golda and Fiddler on the Roof and the Mother Superior and The Sound of Music, Climb Every Mountain, all that bit. And the woman who produced all the plays, who kind of ran the theater company, she would call people jive turkeys and be serious about it. I don't want that kid. You tell that jive turkey he's not welcome here anymore. She would throw that out there and smoking her Benson and Hedges. And she was like, her name was Tiger. That was her name. Her actual name was Marjana, but her whole life she'd been
went
called
by
Tiger.
Tiger's better than Marjana.
Yeah, and Tiger would be working those weird cigarettes, and she would like, hey, one of you jive turkeys wants to. She said jive turkeys all the time.
Man.
That was good stuff, man. 651-989 Rock. Before I say peace out, catch you on the flip side.
Wow, bro.
Come on, man. We're talking slang terms that we just can't drop out of our own conversation, even though they may have expired to everybody else. 651-989 Rock, Luther, Westside Volkswagen, talking text line.
Craig from Bloomington thinks he's old, but still uses neato, keen, and groovy.
Wow.
Those feel like throwbacks to before Craig from Bloomington.
They do feel a little dated.
You know,
Yeah.
I say groovy regularly, but that's because I have a friend whose name is Groovy.
Oh,
True
no
story.
way.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Groovy Pantesco from Miami, Florida. Great guy. Talk to him all the time.
Hummus Bob came in strong, as he often does. Gnarly, that has actually been rejuvenated by a pop song that is out there called Gnarly.
Oh, okay.
And so gnarly
Makes
is
sense.
being said quite a bit in our house even, actually. But the one that Bob really hit it out of the park with, Homie Don't Play That from Living Color.
Oh, sure.
Homie Don't Play That.
Man,
Yeah.
I only wish I could do that Fire Marshal Bill laugh.
Hey, do me a solid when you're taking a chill pill and remind me of God, so many are coming to mind now.
Chill pill.
I still say do me a solid. Hey man, give me a solid. Tell me and that goes way back to my older brother would say that, and this is again 70s me, like 11-year-old Steve going, yeah, I'm gonna work that one in. Do me a solid is cool, man. Stellar.
That is
Yeah.
stellar. 651 number said, my mom told me this as well. Cool your jets.
Oh my
That's
God,
a good one.
I heard
that
that
still
one.
works.
That felt like a momism, not a
I
generational slang.
got to cool your jets from a co-ed at Oglethorpe College one time. Boy, I don't remember her name, but I can see her. She was a friend of a friend, and we're just hanging out. And I thought we were going one way, and she was like, "Hey, cool your jets." And I looked at her, and I almost like started laughing, but I was like, are you trying to be funny, or are you literally talking to me like you're my Aunt Phyllis right now? What in the hell's happening?
Yeah.
All right,
That's how you
keep
shut down some games.
Yeah,
You talk like Aunt Phyllis.
shut it down real fast.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Wednesday, January the 14th, and on Friday, January the 16th, a very funny gentleman named Tommy Ryman will be at the Maple Grove Community Center performing. And if you don't have a ticket yet, too bad, because that bad boy is sold out. Tommy Ryman is in studio this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
No one rocks a sweater quite like Tommy Ryman.
Yeah, I've got a dinosaur sweater on. Thank you.
I mean,
Good-looking sweater.
Do you search high and low for the odd dinosaur sweater? Do you have a sweater maker? Where did that come from?
This came from just online. Like I just saw it, and then but yeah, it gets a lot of compliments. And
Yeah.
it's good to a good radio show.
It's a great sweater for radio.
I always love it when people dress up for radio.
Did that sweater pop up in your Instagram feed, and you're just like, I have to have this?
I think it did. It was quite a long time ago that I've had this sweater, but it was like when they first started targeting ads. So, and now it's nothing but dinosaur sweaters.
Perfect. That's what you want.
Yeah, I've perfected my algorithm.
Yeah, nice.
Tommy
Well done.
Ryman, Tommy, you are a Minnesota guy. Are you a Minneapolis guy?
Yeah,
like from birth.
Yeah, I
Okay.
live in Richfield, but Southwest Minneapolis
Right.
is where I grew up. And I lived in LA for like 5 years.
Okay.
And then moved back here in 2020.
As all self-respecting Minnesotans do, you head west, you figure it out, then you come home.
Yeah, I stood by the ocean for a while. I was
That's
like,
right.
This is great. And then I was like, I should go back by family, I
Yeah,
guess. But
sure. It's working out for you.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
So you're a kid. You're born in, I'm going to guess, the early 80s.
Yeah, 83.
83. All right. And
there we
so,
go.
and you're in a hotbed of not only comedy but music. So, first concert you went to, what was it and where?
Well, it was Bob Dylan, but it was,
Nice.
it was
Not bad.
Yeah, I was really little. My mom took me. I was
Okay.
like, let me see Bob. To be honest, I was like, I don't understand what this guy's saying right now.
No one did, especially when you were a little kid.
Yeah, but that was Roy Wilkins, and then I think the one that I begged to go to was Weird Al. In like 5th grade, I got to go see that. Then I saw REM live was at the Midway Stadium.
Oh,
That's
no
a-
way.
That's a really good. That's a good
very
cross section.
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, just off the top of my head, early shows: Dylan, Weird Al, REM. REM somehow fits right into the middle of those two. That's perfect.
Yeah, I feel
Somehow.
like it's a good balance.
Another algorithm perfectly honed.
And that would have been the old school Midway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Wow, what a cool show to have seen.
Yeah, and it was like there was a huge thunderstorm that came in, so I think they had to end early, and then they sang like "It's the End of the World," as we know, like which was just a fun experience. My friend
Perfection.
Jack had blue spiked hair with pop tabs that he put in it. That was his.
Nice.
I was like, that's cool, man. Real punk rock.
Any music in your experience? Did you ever play? Did you think about being in a band? I ask this because I always say this: a lot of comedians and a lot of musicians. There's a lot of overlap in terms of a moment in time when they're thinking one or the other, or maybe both.
Yeah, never. I did play instruments. My mom is a musician. She's a singer-songwriter.
Oh, really?
Barb Ryman. So I did play
right.
clarinet on 2 of her albums.
You are a session clarinetist.
Yep, I was a session clarinetist.
Strong.
On 2 albums, and then was not asked back. I don't know what happened after that, but
Okay.
Wow.
But there's a bizarre amount of comedians that play the clarinet as well. I don't know if you know Mary Mack.
Mary Mack does. Yeah,
Mary Mack.
we know Mary Mack.
Brandy
Yeah.
Brown, Emo Phillips is it's a weird for some reason. I mean, there's a lot of comedians, but for some reason I've run into a bunch that are like clarinet. I played clarinet. I was like,
I got to think that the world of the comedian who plays clarinet, you don't even know it, but there is a secret handshake. Yeah, there's something.
Yeah,
There's Claridar. There's something out
How
there.
is there not an album, like a group of 4 or 5 of you all playing clarinet in harmony like that? I would pay for that.
We've talked about it. But we'll see. It's that's something you can't just It's got to be built over time.
For sure.
My daughter just graduated from college last month, and at the commencement, at the big ceremony, the warm up music, if you will, as everyone's filling into this arena, it was 5 dudes playing trombones.
Wow.
So I mean,
interesting.
And if you can sit through 5 trombones, 5 clarinets would be like laying in a hammock.
Clarinets have way more range than just a dumb old trombone does.
Exactly.
That's what I've always said. Yeah, my dad played trombone. So
Is that true?
Yeah.
No, you're just making that up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's fantastic. Wait, was he also like a full-time musician, or
No.
something he just okay?
He sold insurance. But there was a trombone in the basement that he had played probably
Got
in
it.
the junior high. So.
All right. So
walked away.
so you grew up in a house where music was definitely a part of life and appreciated and supported and all that.
Yeah. No, that was a big part of my
Okay.
my
And so
growing up.
then when did you but was comedy also something were your parents fans of? Did you just kind of get into that on your own? What's the comedy breadcrumb trail?
I kind of fell into that. I mean, the comedy was always a part. We were always watching like late night SNL. I was like in the Adam Sandler, David Spade days was
Right.
my cast.
Right.
And then I got into a comedian from here, Mitch Hedberg, was like,
of
I
course.
got both of his albums and kind of memorized them. And this was like towards the end of college.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I learned the structure of a joke, because he was just like a one-liner. So it was like he'd say this and then this, and I was like, oh, I got this. So I started writing my own kind of in not his voice, but originally almost like that.
Yeah, well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So I remember first time being on stage and somebody was like, hey, man, we already got one of those guys. So I had to find my own voice. Because I literally would do jokes and be like, all right. And they're like, no, you can't do his. But he was one of the first comedians I ever saw live right before he passed, about a year before. So then I started going to the local comedy club here, and
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize you could get paid to do it. I didn't understand what it was.
Well, it's a lucky thing. Yeah, like if you're kind of unaware of that, you're sitting in a comedy hub, a hotbed, if you will. It's a good fortuitous decision when all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute, all these guys are from here, and this club is here, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, no, and then I just found out like Hedberg came from here, Swartz and Louis Anderson, Marie Bamford. Like, there's an insane amount of some of my favorite comics. I was like, oh, they were right from Minnesota. That makes sense.
It does make sense. So, let's see. So, first time. I mean, you said you're. I mean, it's easy to kind of be knocking on yourself, but early days in the first open mic nights or the first times you were doing it, do you remember, was it an up and down experience? Did you feel like I kind of killed it and then I kind of sucked and then it was good? Was it that, or was it just a steady climb? If you think back to those salad days, the first year or two, what's the vibe?
Yeah, I mean, my first set went well. Like, a lot of people will be like, that one went really well. It was the second one that was like, I didn't tell any coworker. I was working at Barnes & Noble at the time.
Okay.
That was my day job. And I after the first one went well, I told everybody, I was like, I do this now, I'm really good. And they came, and I probably had the worst set. So there's still people to this day that I run into that are like, you still do that? Like, I saw that show. What are you doing? Like, no, I got better. But
hey, I can relate to that. I was in a band in Atlanta, Georgia in the late 80s. In a band that we had good moments, never a good show, but good moments. We'd walk off stage and be like, man, that second chorus and that, well, okay, all right. It was just enough to keep us, like we say, it's the shot, it's the good fairway shot on 18. If you get one, you come back.
Right.
And we would have good moments. And my band went and played in Nashville, Tennessee, which was close to Kentucky, where I was from, the first time. And a bunch of my friends from high school and college came to the show. Absolutely the worst gig we ever played. Worse than we were never really good. And that night we were terrible because we were excited to be in Nashville. It's a cool town. And we're just wasted before the show starts. And I mean, a couple years later, we put a record out, and all those people are like, that's not you. There's no way. You're the worst band I've ever seen. I'm like, well, it was a bad night. It was a Tuesday. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, over time, and then I started going on the road. Some comedians took me, and then it just kind of went on from there. So
it's a pretty supportive community.
Yeah, yeah. And
generally speaking.
Who I've met, yeah. This is a good, Minneapolis has always been a really positive comedy scene.
Sure. Tommy Ryman's in studio with us on Gorman in the Morning. Tommy's in Maple Grove on Friday night. The show is sold out. But what you can do is get on YouTube and all platforms and see Smashed Pancake, the new special.
Yes, that is my third comedy special. I self-produced this one. I shot it at my home club, Acme. And then it's come out. It's doing well, and it's great. It's free. So I think that's what
it helps. Yeah. So this is a little under an hour, I'm imagining. And what's your timetable? Is that a year, 18 months? But when you're ready to shoot a special, how long have you been working on that material, generally speaking?
Mine are slow. I'm not like some comics can pump out one a year. Mine take about 3 years.
Okay.
When I typically will have a new hour ready. So, because I've got 4 albums out. This is my third special. And this one I kind of took extra time to figure out.
What's the if for somebody listening, maybe it's easy to think of it like a song. Songwriters will say, I had this idea and a chorus, and it took me 4 years before I finally figured out all the parts. What's the longest you spent on one bit where you knew it was good, you just couldn't quite put it all together, and then one day it's like, voila, Momo. What would you say the longest you've spent with one is?
I mean, there's ones that took me 10 years to figure out how to work them in. Yeah.
Wow,
on my
that's
second
incredible.
album, I mean, there was just a story about my mom, or it was a whitewater rafting bit, but then I finally tied it to this other thing, but I just couldn't figure out where to put it, and it wasn't, and all of a sudden it just clicked, and it worked. But that's one where I always had it in a notebook, couldn't, it wasn't going in there.
Right.
And then it, it can be a long time, or I'll just walk away from them and then come back to them.
Sure.
Like, you know what, I am going to talk about butter or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
So weird, but.
Got to stay on the grind. What's it's all the inspiration's nice. It's all about the perspiration, baby.
Exactly. Yeah.
Keep it going.
Okay, so I'm gonna just completely hard right turn. Kale chip making dad. Dad makes kale chips.
Yes, that was.
Are they disgusting? Because they sound disgusting.
Yeah. Well, both my parents are very kind of hippie people, and so he got really into cooking and stuff. So he made kale chips, and he told me, he's like, you gotta try these. They're chips made from kale. Once you have these, you're never gonna want one. Like a regular
You're
chip
never going to want.
again.
Oh, okay. Right. I thought you were going to say you're never going to want another one.
No, I did, but then I did try it, and I was like, my dad forgot what chips taste like. If he thinks this is
well, but he's on the right track. Every time I taste kale, I think some oil and some salt would help.
Yeah,
So I mean, he's at least trying. He's pushing the envelope.
No, but they're not chip. You can't have a Dorito and be like, do you want this chip? I'm like, they're not the two. There needs to be a different name for whatever that kale chip is. Yeah. It is good though. I will. I'm not gonna lie. He does actually. He's got mastered his recipe, so he's
all right. Fair enough.
Kale chips are okay. People will bring me kale chips after shows because of that.
Is he taking them out to like farmers markets and stuff like that, or is this all just in the family?
It's just in the family.
Oh man, okay.
Him and I do have a garden though, and we have grown kale, and we've discussed taking Ron and Tom's kale chips to markets, but never.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole line. I dig it.
I don't know. I'm curious now. I mean, I'm not a fan of kale. I always look at kale and go, there are so many other leafy greens to choose from. Yeah. I'm going to go that route instead. But you've piqued my interest. I'm curious now.
I mean, again, like he said, like you put salt and oil on anything, basically. I mean, you just have to make it not taste like what it's supposed to taste like.
That's exactly right.
Just cover up the flavor. Yeah.
Tommy Ryman's in studio with us. Smashed Pancake is the special. You can see it on YouTube right now. On the 21st, it will be available on all platforms. How many gigs a year is the perfect number for you?
I mean, I'm usually gone almost every weekend. So, I mean, over like 60 gigs is what I've been doing, probably.
Fantastic.
At least.
So, any plans to put yourself into the... are you writing? Do you ever think about TV or a special, beyond stand-up? There's always a door that seems to be presenting itself to everybody at least once.
Yeah, I've written like some sketch stuff. I pitched when I lived in LA. I pitched a travel show.
Okay.
About like tour, looking all like different new age things because my mom is real new agey. She does this river activation with crystals and stuff. And that's been real weird. And I did a bit about that went viral. So all these new age people reached out to me like, come to our moon festival, like learn about this.
Right.
And so I was going to do a thing where I traveled around to like just learn about new age stuff.
Sure.
And when I pitched it at the end, I was like, it'll end at Burning Man with like Susan Sarandon has a tent there.
Okay.
And then the company I was pitching to, they're like, do you know her? And I was like, no, I thought you guys like did that. I didn't understand how like Hollywood worked. And then they were like, no, you got to like help bring people in. We're just like a production company. And I was like, I don't know what's happening, but.
Well, there's a bit in there too. Somewhere between Susan Sarandon at Burning Man and a dinosaur sweater and some kale chips. I think it's all going to make sense.
But I might produce that myself now. And then also I've like they wanted like a scripted version of like stuff with my parents and stuff. But,
that's great.
Yeah, but mostly I just like to tour.
Yeah, right.
Stand up.
I get it. Right on. Tommy, it's a pleasure to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anything else you need to say? Have I forgotten anything that's important to you beyond sweaters?
Plug it.
No, I mean, you can't come to the show, but I perform all around town, and we're also doing benefit shows. There's a lot going on, so
where can we connect with you on the socials?
Tommy Ryman, TommyRyman.com is my website, but at Tommy Ryman is like Instagram and everything, so you can see what I'm up to there. And that would be great.
Fair enough. Pleasure to see you, brother. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
You're welcome anytime.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. David Bowie, man, we just went past the 10-year mark since his death.
We did.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing the meme. It's like basically everything went to hell when David Bowie died in the world, and I go, yeah, it did. I mean, you can say that about anybody, but I mean, it's just that's one of those ones. Such a visceral and immediate wait, what? When that news broke, because it was 2 days after Black Star was released, and nobody had leaked the fact that he was terminally ill. I mean, think about it. He made an entire final album where the musicians, the engineers, the studio personnel, I mean, at least a dozen people had direct knowledge of the fact that he was very ill.
Oh, wow.
And they all signed an NDA, and they all kept to it, because who wants to piss off David Bowie? Yeah. Who wants to be the jerk that leaks that one? But it was just such a kick in the teeth to everybody when you were like, wait, hold on, this record's amazing, and what just happened? I mean, I can still remember the shock. I toured with David Bowie for a month.
Yes.
In 2004. I was with Stereophonics. We were the opening act for what turned out to be his final U.S. tour of his life. He had a heart issue that year, had some health issues come up right after that tour, and as it turned out, never went back on the road. And I just remember going into the tour thinking, oh, we'll probably say hi, but he's David Bowie. He won't be hanging around.
Right,
He'll
of course.
be completely 180 degrees from that. He was around every day, hanging out. He was just a dude. He's just a lad. He was the most grounded, normal guy on the planet, backstage hanging out every day before the show.
Really? Ziggy Stardust.
Truly.
The most normal guy on the planet.
Just super curious. Had a lot of questions for, you sit down and ask him anything, and then he would be asking you more questions. And I mean, an endlessly curious guy who was fascinated by everybody and everything.
Awesome.
But not eccentric and quirky?
Not at all.
Wow,
Sitting around.
That just came out in his creativity.
He just then like, you'd see him beforehand, and then you'd walk out to the soundboard or on the side of the stage, and the show would start, and then you're like, oh my God, it's David Bowie, because on stage it just shows
crazy.
up. Yeah, it truly was incredible. The first day of the tour, he came in to the dressing room and said, "Hello, guys, I'm Dave." And we're like, "Yeah, hey, Dave."
Dave? He called himself Dave?
And
I was actually just going to ask
David, whatever he said. But he was just the fact that he was introducing himself.
Yeah.
And we went around the room, everyone, hey, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm Steve." And Kelly, the singer, said, Steve, our drummer." And I said, "Hey, man, it's great to meet you." He goes, "Oh, it's good to meet you." I said, "Yeah, thanks." And he goes, "Well, you don't sound Welsh." And I said, "I'm from the western Wales." And he goes, "Really? What town?" Or he said, "Really, whereabouts?" I said, "It's called Kentucky." And he laughed, and he goes, "All right, well, I guess I'll call you the Colonel." And he just called me the Colonel. It was great.
Oh.
I had a nickname from David Bowie.
That's just going to say, that's pretty good. That's one of those to hold on to for forever,
man.
It
was incredible.
I was nicknamed by David Bowie.
He even knows what Kentucky Fried Chicken is.
Of course, yeah. Let me tell you something. If you're a Brit, you know all about the Colonel. Okay. They love that crap. All of them do. I said a little while ago, I mentioned just like in some out of context moment, I said, it's like when you hit that great approach shot on 18, and then you're like, this game sucks. Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait.
I just put that ball 6 feet from the pin. I'll be back next week. That's the beauty, the glory of golf.
Yes.
It only takes one shot. And if you're sitting here right now looking outside at the, let's see, I was going to say single digit temperature, but you're telling me it's 13 degrees, a little higher. And you're waiting for that moment when you can get out the sticks and hit the links. I have some good news for you. The Tee It Up golf card number 2 goes on sale today.
Yep.
Exactly 12 minutes ago, in fact. It hit the website at 9 a.m. You can save big bucks while golfing on 7 area courses. Card 1 sold out in just 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, jump on board. Do not miss out on this deal. It is a spectacular savings. All the info you need is available at 92kqrs.com. The Tee It Up golf card number 2. Go get it. Here is today's last word. All right. Let's go back. My man Plato.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Wow, what kind of slang was Plato into?
He was the old stuff.
Okay.
He'd say
something like dang skibbity.
Yeah, he'd say stuff like, "Are those pebbles in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?" Stuff like that. Little sandstone.
Very cool. What do you got?
Every heart. Listen to this from Plato. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. And at the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. I like it. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but it sort of makes a lot of sense to me.
I mean, my mom told me I was tone deaf, so I feel like he's not talking to me.
That's okay. No, I really like I like that. Everybody sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. Yeah. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Of course, some of that poetry's terrible, but hey, listen, we're all trying.
Yeah. Really confused right now.
We're all trying. Tomorrow on this show, Danny Jollis, who is at Acme this weekend, a very funny gentleman, will be joining us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be playing a game of, as it is Thursday, Rank You Very Much.
Ooh, we got a scintillating topic for this one, too.
I look forward to it. What is coming up next on this very radio station, Paul Fletcher?
The Stones, the Chili Pepper, and you know what? Going way back to last Sunday, the Frost scored so many goals. We're still playing Queen's Don't Stop Me Now. So that's coming up, and we'll go commercial free just after 11:45.
Very strong, sir. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.